Before jumping into discussion items, Select Board Chair Nico Papakonstantis gave a brief comment regarding the use of ARPA funds for purchasing polling pads, which was discussed at a previous meeting.
The cost of the 10 polling pads was $19,400. The town manager had made the recommendation to use ARPA funds. The board has laid out basically our plan as to how we'd like to use ARPA funds. Though purchasing the poll pads would be a one-time purchase, there will be maintenance throughout the following years, and thus it would become a line item. And consistent with what we've done with other department heads, we felt that maybe we should try to find money in the budget. If not all the $19,000, then at least some of the $19,000. So we charged the town manager with going back to the 2022 budget to see what funds are available. As we know, the town manager was away at an ICMA conference last week and did not come back to work until Thursday. It basically only gave him a day and a half to really scrub through the budget. So I asked the town manager not to put it on the agenda tonight, but to revisit it on October 11th to allow he and the assistant town manager some extra time to try to find money in the budget and then make a recommendation as to how we pay for that.
Dave Sharples gave an update about the solar array project and talked about two potential options that the town has to move forward with. He went on to add that the recently passed Inflation Reduction Act had benefits to the town with regards to the project.
It provided an electricity investment credit of 30% on qualifying solar array projects. And we are one of those projects. So that was kind of brought it all back to life. and unlike past credits, it was a tax credit, and we're not a tax-paying entity. We do pay payroll taxes, but so they wrote into the bill what's called a direct pay. So they actually will directly pay, my understanding is cut the town a check once the system's up and running.
But I think either way, there's a very exciting opportunity to install what would be a landmark system in the state of New Hampshire, what would offset close to 100% of the town of Exeter's electricity demand at the 1.77 megawatt scale, and put land that has been unused for many years to a productive use.
Up next was another drought update from DPW Director Jennifer Perry. She reported that even with recent rainfall, Exeter and much of the state are still in drought conditions. While river levels have returned to normal for this time of year, groundwater levels still remain lower than average.
The 3-month outlook for precipitation is equal chance of being average, below, or above. But the temperature outlook is continuing to be high. So I think it's best if we continue on the level 4, at least for the time being, especially if we're still in a severe drought. It is possible that DES will take us out of a severe drought in the next week or two, but they are also urging caution because of the groundwater conditions, and where we do rely on almost 30 to 40% of our water supply from groundwater, it's important that we continue to conserve.
Finally, Town Manager Russ Dean gave a brief preview of the FY23 preliminary budget. Their next meeting will be on Tuesday, October 11th, due to the town offices being closed for Indigenous Peoples Day on Monday the 10th. As always, you can watch the full meeting on our YouTube page.